One of the biggest issues within healthcare that pharmaceutical companies are faced with is adherence. We were approached to create a solution that would be able to track that trial on an ongoing basis and also improve the adherence, so make sure that the patients were taking the tablets when they should be taking the tablet. They currently send out the medication to the group of people that are running the medical trial, and they have no way of knowing whether that's being taken, whether it's helping or not, until the end of the trial.
The manual solutions were often problematic in terms of not just getting the data at the end of a trial, but people were recording, making mistakes during recording. Taking the solution to a digital solution where all of that data is protected was vital.
That was the issue that we were faced with, and we needed to come up with a solution to that problem. The smart label, the app that the patient taking the clinical trial would use, and then there was the database, which was the repository to hold all of the information. They were the three things that we needed to build and to link together. So the app works in a very simplistic way, really. The patient downloads the app, enters their unique patient ID. On their medication, they have a smart label which they scan with the app. The app will then, 15 minutes before you're due to take the medication, will remind you to take that medication. And then when the actual medication is due, and then 15 minutes after the medication is due. Well, that can be tailored, can't it?
Yeah.
I think you can tailor that.
All through the portal, yeah. So you can set up brand new clinical trials. You set the regime or the regimen to be whatever you want. You create that completely bespoke.
The beauty of it from the pharma company's side is that they have that information in real time. So whereas previously they'd be waiting 30 days, 60 days, whatever, to the end of the trial, they know immediately if somebody's not taking their medication. Flashes up in the portal. They can then send a reminder to that patient, try and get in touch with that patient to say, look, it's coming up, you haven't taken your medication, please take it, so that the trials are valid, because they're obviously spending quite a lot of money on putting these trials together. They want to make sure that the time and the money and the effort that they're putting into them is of benefit to the business. They're getting some tangible results out of it. The results that they got back were really encouraging, so they had over 80% adherence, which was fantastic. And it was above the national average with this particular trial. So they was delighted with the results. We think that it's going to make some great waves within the industry, and it'll really sort of hopefully revolutionise the way that pharma companies think about clinical trials in particular, and not only just clinical trials. I think it has far-reaching implications as well, don't you, in terms of
Definitely
general medication.
Definitely, and further examples is we're getting inquiries from not exactly the identical, but other clinical trials. Can we develop solutions? And it's all about adherence, because the current methods are bad. It's all manual. As we touched on earlier, the data's getting lost. There's mistakes on data entry. We're also seeing other companies developing similar solutions to try and address the problem.
A number of global pharma companies have trialled this now within their clinical trials, and it looks like they're going to adopt this as the way that they're going to run all of their clinical trials. I think this app in particular is inspiring. One of our mission statements is inspiring, but people use technology in their daily lives nowadays, and I think a lot of the time technology gets taken for granted, but I also think a lot of technology is unnecessary. What we've developed here is definitely necessary. At the end of the day, this app is going to save people's lives, and I don't think you can get more powerful than that. That's as inspiring as it gets, I think.